Good evening, all. Happy Friday. I think yeah, I think everything's set up. Looks like off without a hitch tonight. So happy Friday, everyone. It's another day for Friday night hangouts with Tim. And tonight we're going to be doing Summoner's War. We just spent the last 2 weeks doing the Godforge beta and had a blast. So that's one. If anyone else did Godforge beta, where that's one of the topics that we could talk about tonight. And just let me get I'm going to get my stream link out to my Discord. Just get that real quick. And we're going to put in a live stream notice. There we go. And we're also going to do, where's that? We're going to add one more place. There's another, where is it? Give me just a moment. Okay. Looks like we're all set up. I think everything worked well. All right, cool. We're up. So happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to the stream. So this is just a reminder that for those of you that are not joining tonight, that we do try to do a stream every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to work a little bit harder at getting started right at 9 o'clock every Friday. Um, we're running a few minutes late tonight. But so we have two things that we want to do tonight. We're going to kind of review how to build an R5 team for an LD only account. And then we also have some summons on my Japan server account. Uh, so while Godforge beta was going on, I did not pay much attention to Summoner's War. I was very busy with Godforge beta. And so my LD only account in Japan kind of sat for 2 weeks. I logged on just trying to get the Hall of Heroes uh, each week. So, um, and right now we're looking at actually, I don't quite have this. Hold on just a moment. I don't have all of the screen visible. Let me fix that. I didn't realize that I was missing part of the screen. Let's put that out. Yeah, that looks much better. Okay, now we just gotta make the screen a bit smaller. Okay, that's way better. All right, so we are on my global account right now, just doing dailies. And I wanted to get on the global first so that we could show my current R5 team on global because I have a pretty decent R5 team and I'll need to check to make sure they're all still ruined. Uh, that's one thing about it's kind of nice about the scout battles is that after you've unlocked the scout battles, even if you take runes off people, you still win the scout battles. So that can also lead you to not having people runed properly. Let's go into Rift of Worlds. In fact, we can just go into here. Let's go into repeat battle. We're gonna go Rift Raid level 5. And so here are my global uh so let's just say hello in guild chat here just in case anybody's on. This is a more inactive guild. We're all very laid back here. Got about a dozen people that log on a fairly regular basis, but we're certainly not a competitive guild. Okay, so tonight we're going to review what makes a good um, R5 team for an LD only account. And so this is who I have right now. And this is actually, it might even be just a little bit outdated. I think there are actually better monster choices than this, but this is perfectly fine. So the first team has an attack power lead. Second team is HP. Third team is resistance. Uh, so attack can help you end R5 faster, but you could also consider running a defense lead to help your teams be more survivable. And so the first team, so what you're looking for on all of your teams is ideally you want to have a source of immunity. And then if you don't have a good source of immunity, then you want to have cleanses. And then you want to put a slow on the boss, attack power down on the boss, defense break, and then you want to have as many speed buffs and attack bar boosting as you can on your teams so that you can outspeed the boss as much as possible. So, okay, give me 1 second. I guess not. Okay. Um, so this first team, Ran is here because she's the attack power lead, and then she's got. Oh, see, she's not skilled up. Let's see if we've got. It's probably because I transferred runes off her. Let's see if I've got another one runed up. Yeah, this one will do. So we're going to put her. So she's on, 90% crit rate, 154 crit damage, some accuracy to land her debuffs. She's there to decrease the enemy's speed, absorb attack bar, and just do a lot of damage. She's mainly there for the damage and the speed down on her A1. And then Valeria is here um, to transfer all. So she's basically a cleanser. She wants to transfer all harmful effects onto the target enemy. And then she also heals and creates a shield. So she's basically there for support. Vampire Lord is there to do a little bit of damage, but mostly to do just attack buff and provide the vampire effect so the team can heal. Joltan is here to tank. You can see he's almost 45k HP, 1200 defense. Um, and he has 100% crit rate, so he is designed to do some damage, but he's mostly doing damage from his 12% of his max HP is damage when you're attacked with a critical hit. So that's why he's there. And then the twins are there just to do damage. And then the second team you've got Vero as the HP lead, and I believe actually he's not on Will, which would probably be a good thing. But he's there to do a cleanse, and then the pumpkin is here to put a shield up and to put a speed up and a crit rate up. So you only need, so that's why he's only at 67% crit rate, because once he gets his crit buff, he's at 97. He's on triple fight. Um, Shear is there for a little bit of damage, a heal block. So his heal block's really important against the boss. And then also heal and speed buff. And then Jamie is here for the cleanse. So he's a backup cleanse to Vero. Because if Vero gets Oblivion, then he won't cleanse. So this is why Jamie's here. He also does an attack power buff for 3 turns. And his skill 2 can go nuts and do good damage, but it's complete RNG. And then even his skill 1 can do pretty decent damage. So he's there for damage, cleanse, attack buff. El Sharion is there for the defense break and really good damage. And he can basically a lot of damage. And then Tren is a lot of damage. And you can see I still need to skill him up. Um, and he doesn't need this much crit rate. We can, uh, with the crit rate buff from the pumpkin, we could lower him to 70%, raise his crit damage. And you can see I haven't updated any of their relics yet. It's been a while since I've really kind of tweaked things on my main account on global. Um, and then Diaz here is here for the shield. Um, Reduces critical hit chances. Reduces damage that other allies receive by 15%. So he's there to absorb some damage. He has a really nice A2, which does attack power down and defense down, and does more damage based on his max HP, which I really do need to improve. Um, but he's not on a crit damage build. So that's another thing that can be improved. Bella's here for attack. Sorry. Bella's here for the defense down, and then the heal and the attack bar up. And then Haken is a nice, LD only accounts are the only ones that kind of use him. Um, so he does do a stun with his A3, but really he's there for attack power up for 2 turns and remove 2 harmful effects. So he's there for the cleanse and the attack up. He doesn't really do that much damage. I don't even have him on a damage build. Crow's the damage, Shaman's the damage, Saren is the damage, and they all provide some kind of debuffs. Crow is the one with the brand, which is really useful. And Crow is built fairly decent, needs more attack, but 100% crit rate, 235% crit damage. Crow kind of smacks. Um, and he's fully skilled too, so he does as much damage as he can. I think he's actually got quite a bit of, yeah, crit damage is more enemy HP, is less HP, additional damage by HP, first attack crit damage, skill 3 crit damage, and more crit. So 4 stat lines for crit damage. So he smacks. If I could put a relic on him, let's see, do I have an attack one? I do. I've got a couple attack ones. Um, what do I want to use? Those are all HP. There's another. Um, let's do this one. Let's see if we have a little bit of power up. So doing well with power up so far. Okay, there we go. Wow. Oh, there we go. So now we're going to run out of durability pretty quickly. There we go. So now we have 2% more attack per 1,000 defense. I'm pretty sure he has 1,000 defense. So we're going to engrave this one and apply it. Yeah, so now he's got 92 more attack. And oh no, he's not at 1,000 defense, but I can change that later. We could probably get him to 1,000 defense. So anyway, that's the team. Let's see how fast it is, and then we'll switch over to the Japan account and start theory crafting there because we have not tackled. I think we've done R1. So I've been working on building up the monsters just up to 6 star so that they could be included in the raids team. And this is definitely not an ideal team by far. There's still a lot of improvement that could be done here, but you can see how fast did we do this? We need someone to do some big damage. There we go. So that's on my main. Uh, you know, almost everybody was missing relics. Uh, and the runes are not ideal on quite a few of them because I wasn't trying to um, I wasn't trying to do a min max with this team. I just wanted something that was really consistent in under a minute. And so, and I'm pretty sure my average is right around 45 or 50 seconds. And you can see there that the shields are really important because they absorb a bunch of damage that would otherwise be going onto the teams at the jump. And then we just need to really smack the boss. And we have enough damage dealers that we do a pretty good job of that. Like, really, none of those teams are in like danger of dying. So there we go. We're actually going to end the repeat battle. So there's another 48 seconds, and my record is 40 seconds. So I averaged 46. It's good enough. In fact, what we're going to do, how close am I to doing? Okay, let's see if we can do the rest of the dailies real quick while we're on the account here. Let's just find a rune that needs to be upgraded. It's not even a good rune. Let's see if this hits speed. Yeah, a little bit. All right, so that gets me my daily rune maintenance. We're going to go quickly do some summons. We're not going to do LD summons on that. We're saving back up. Um, we just did a big summon session. And we didn't really, honestly, we didn't really get much. Um, so we're saving back up for another big session. Summoner's duty is done. And we're not going to do head to head. Let's see what else we can do quickly. Um, guild mission. Yeah, we can quickly do guild battle. So this is my favorite bomb team right now. It's a really nice team because it's got 2 strips, 2 sources of bombs, a lot of attack bar pushback, and attack bar increase for your team. So it's pretty. I mean, obviously in guild battle you're not going to lose, but it's a really good siege team. I've even used a variation of it in arena, but it's a little more iffy. Right now, we're just trying to finish up dailies on this account, and we can also show you the. Now, this account actually, with this week's Hall of Heroes, I've now gotten all of the Hall of Light and Dark Hall of Heroes. I've got every single one of them, and so the rest of the Hall of Heroes is just to get copies. So we need to figure out who we want to take for copies. I really like this team, the Twins with the Light Barbaric King. He's a speed lead. He does good damage, and you pair him with the Twins, and then just everybody's doing damage, and they're pretty fast. So it's a fun little team. Now it's not gonna, you don't want to go up against like this team here. The bomb team is designed to outspeed people and take the first turn, and then just get a bunch of bombs going. There we go. We got several bombs, and then with frigate, he's there. We got four bombs on her, so done, gone. But this team here, because it doesn't have an attack bar boost, you wouldn't necessarily want to go against speed teams in siege because they're probably going to outspeed you since you don't have an attack bar boost. But there we go. That should get us this one, and now we need one more mission worth 20 points. Yeah, let's just go do head to head real quick. And this is just to show my arena team, and everybody has got runes on them. So we'll just, and this is just a farming team. This is not designed to actually win in arena. It mostly just does the rivals, and then when I am actually doing heavy duty arena, then I'll look for weak teams that this team can just nuke. So we're just working on getting 5 arena battles in. We just do uh, the rivals because we get the crystals, which allows us to eventually purchase more LD only scrolls, premium packs, and slowly build up those LD only summons. But we're not in a rush to summon on this account because we have all the 3 stars. We now have all of the Hall of Heroes for LD4s, and we have several very good LD4s. So, and 3 LD5s. So it's a pretty good team, or it's a pretty good account. I just need to spend time starting to work on. I've been doing a lot of um, what's it called? I've been doing a lot of scout battles, and so I've collected a couple hundred runes that I haven't upgraded yet, plus past +6. Because when I do scout battles, um, I have a pretty restrictive. I sell most of my runes without even look at them, but I do keep the ones that have speed subs or a combination of like speed, HP, defense, or crit rate, crit damage, attack percent. Any of them that have like 2 or 3 of those, I'll save those as well to at least roll them. So there's a lot of runes sitting on this account that could potentially improve my monsters. So I need to spend some time doing that. But this is my account that's it's over 3 years old, and it's just cruising on global. Uh, I've accomplished pretty much all the goals I wanted to accomplish on global with this account. I would like to go slightly higher in RTA, slightly higher in arena, but it's not an urgent thing. So there we go. We did all the rivals. That should get us this. And now we get another two. We're approaching 300 pieces to get a legendary or a 5 star. So we've done our dailies. And now I'm going to uh, log out of my Japan account on my iPad. And then we're going to go in. But you can see from this event real quick. Oh, okay. We're going to go violent. So we got 5 more 12-year scrolls. That's what I was after. And then we can, oops, wrong event. Where is the, here it is, My Hall of Heroes. So this week I'm doing the Light Phantom Thief, who was the last Hall of Heroes I needed. Um, so a few of these I needed, like 3 of them. The rest were just dupes. And during Godforge beta, I missed one. It was a bummer, but I still have 3 more to go, and I'll get some dupes so we can build more siege teams. But that's just a brief recap of the global account. See if we got anything good here. Well, it's got speed, and it's a lot of HP, and it's accuracy. That could be good for a bruiser. No speed. Don't really need that. Okay. So now we're going to switch over to the Japan server. So feel free to say hello in chat. We're just hanging out, spending some time on Friday. All right, so now we're switched over to the Japan account. And we did not do much for the last 2 weeks. So, we wasted some of Ameria's blessing, unfortunately. That's just the way it went. I was just way too busy with Godforge. But I did save basically all of the major updates on what this account has accomplished. So let's get that a little bit better centered. There we go. So we're going to do our check-in. And also this account on the Japan account is in my old guild that I was in um, years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago. I was in this guild. So guild info. It's the Ippo guild. Um, and we're just a very chill guild. We've got about 8 to 12 people that log in on a regular basis, and we should at least say hello. But we don't, we're laid back guild, so we don't often chat that much. But we got open spots in the guild if you're running an LD only account on Japan and you don't have a home, you're welcome to come join us. I think we have some spots. Yeah, we got 8 spots right now. Um, I would like to see the guild slightly more active, but I was barely on the last 2 weeks, so you gotta consider that. Um, I'll definitely be doing more on this account now that Godforge beta is on pause. There will be a second Godforge beta. We don't have an exact time frame yet, but it'll be at least, they said, a minimum of 8 weeks from now. So it might be sometime in August, maybe, but we don't know. So after beta ended on Monday, it ended on Monday for me. Um, I started going back on this account and working on things. So we cleared the 10th floor of the Giants Keep. That gets us a light dark. We did 10th floor of Hall of Dark, some crystals, 10th floor of Dragon's Lair, another light dark. And we're just getting, so we did clear Trial of Ascension normal 100 for the first time. So that means we get a max skill for a 4-star. We're going to save that, and that gets us a trend scroll. So we get a nice, that'll help our summon session a little bit. Maybe we can get something. Oh, well, we only have one Nat 5 right now, I believe. So we cleared V10 of an attribute dungeon, so we get some more scrolls. We have solved Giants B10 using a repeat battle, so we get a legendary scroll. Uh, Dragon's Lair still needs some work. The Dragons team still needs some work. Necropolis. So with this account on the Japan server, um, I listened to Shizuzo, and I'm probably saying that wrong. Shizuzo. He's from Europe. He's from Germany, um, and he did. Uh, he's one of the big names in the game, and he was doing a brand new account this year, and he did a video series on it, and he did Necro first instead of Giants, and I tried that on here, and it worked. I mean, I can do Necro Abyss normal on um, Scout Battle. So I can get good runes, good will runes, and rage runes. But I have to admit, I do miss getting swift runes, blade runes, um, and fatal's replaced by rage. Uh, but missing the swift and the blade is difficult for me. So I don't know if I'm going to keep farming Necro as much as he was suggesting, or if I'm going to start giving a lot more time to Giants. So if we look at, where is it? Here's our profile. So we're a 21-day old account, and honestly, that means we've only played for about 8 days because we took 2 weeks off for Godforge. Um, so we have not gone very far, and to have all those things done um, is pretty nice. And we got another Forbidden Evolution scroll, so maybe we'll get a really nice 3-star that we can get to 6-star right away. That would be cool. And we're just looking through the events here to see, because we did just clear, yeah, so clearing the Giant's Keep gets you 200 coins. Dragon's Lair, 200 coins. And that's all we've got for right now. Oh, clear Trial Ascension Normal 100, and we get a Devilmon. And that's all we had to collect from there. And we're looking for Cannon Girl skill up. So how many of these do we have? We have 17 more. So can we get the Water Cannon Girl? Because we have we have two copies of the Light Cannon Girl, one unawakened for Necro, and another one that's going to be awakened for RTA and Siege. So we need a lot of skill ups for the, and you can't fuse skill ups for Cannon Girls. There's 7 summons left. Be nice if we can get, but you can see we went a long ways in fire before we could get the Cannon Girl. So it looks like we're maybe not getting it this time either. Oh, I think we're probably out now. No, we got one left. Nope. Okay, so we're gonna look for that later. And we also still have this. We still have 30 skill ups to use here, but I'm waiting to see if I can get some really awesome monsters from summoning. So, but let's go to do what we're here for, and we'll end up with summons at the end. Make that a little more interesting at the end there. Let's see. Um, oh, okay, yeah. Craft energy extractor. Should have done that already. It's the one thing I. Oh, we need to go to. Actually, I think we have mission here. Yeah, so this craft building material set, we're going to buy that because that gets you the materials you need to build a lot of buildings, and then you don't have to waste energy farming for it. So now we should be able to. Now we should be able to craft the energy extractor. Yeah, now we got 51 of these, so we're in good shape. So I always forget to build the energy, and that really helps. You get a lot of energy for this. It's one of the really nice things that summoners will have put in a couple years ago. Okay, so we did the energy extractor, and we won't do it tonight, but we need to clear Travel Ascension 40 hard. That's probably pretty easy to do on this account by now. Okay, so we're still doing scout battles, and what are we doing? We're doing Steel Fortress. Oh yeah, because we really need that. Let's see, which one was this? Were we doing? Oh, we were just farming B8 for. I'm not sure why we were farming B8. Probably because B10 is not super stable yet. Um, okay, so we have. Where are we at on dungeons? So we've cleared B10 on giants. We've cleared B10 on dragons, although it's very slow. Um, and we've cleared Abyss hard, and we should be able to farm Abyss normal or at least B10. Steel Fortress is B7 now. Punisher's Crypt is actually B8 now. That's kind of where we're at on the dungeons. But where we're at now is we have no grinds for anything. So we just recently opened the Rift Raids. We already did level 1. So we're going to start theory crafting our teams for level 2 and higher. And we're going to do a party list. We're going to make a party. We're going to make it private so that we can just do this on our own. Don't want anyone joining us because we want our team to be able to do it, not relying on other people. So these are the initial teams that I came up with, but they probably need to.
Cameo.
Oh, okay.
Hello. What's this?
Yeah.
Hello. Hi.
Yeah. That's another fellow Summoners War player.
Not so much, actually. I'm gonna get something.
Okay. Dean, can you close the door, please?
Oh yeah.
So these are the three initial teams that I've come up um, with a resistance lead, a defense lead for light, and an HP lead. And as we all know, that these leader skills apply to all three teams. So that's why picking your leader skills is really important. Um, and I can already see that some of these teams are lacking in the things that you need for R5. So we may not be able to get up to R5 tonight. Um, Shushu needs runes. We're probably gonna need to rune up Shushu. Thrain needs way better runes. Okay, we got some people we got to rune up. So we got Shushu, Thrain, and Gemini all need to be. Uh, around noon. I'll wake you up in time.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go back and build Shushu a little bit. Thrain. So we just five-starred Shushu, and he's never had runes on him. So Shushu, you want to be as fast as possible. Speed HP, or speed HP defense. Uh, Accuracy is not important with his skill set because he doesn't do anything that requires accuracy. So we're gonna. Oh, we have not 2-8'd him yet. He's much better when he's 2-8. But let's get. So we want Swift. Shield would not be bad if we've got any decent shield runes. But I don't know if we do. Or the defense, speed, HP, maybe that one. Resistance isn't necessarily horrible. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to have resistance on him for R5. So he's at 79% resistance then. And then we're just looking for how much speed can we get on him. We don't need any rolls into accuracy. Gear on here. Oh no, we're not keeping that. Let's see. Speed HP resistance. That's probably the best we can do. And we want a speed main stat. We don't need to be using accuracy. That could maybe be worth something. Yeah, good enough. And we're going to power that up to 15 so that he gets more speed. And we want anything else with speed. Oh, we haven't. This could be a great piece of gear. Probably shouldn't have said anything. 11 speed. What do we got here? More resistance. That would make him 100% resistant. Only 9 speed, though. Crit damage, crit rate. We don't have. Okay, do we have anything else that doesn't have speed on it? Oh, that's garbage. Defense HP. Looks like that's our best gear right now. I don't think we have any intangibles, or very few. Ooh, he's slow. Okay. Uh, wow, so slow. I think we need to spend more time doing giants because we're not getting the speed that we want. You would need to farm Necro for a really long time to get good speed. Um, and then because you're not farming Swift, you're also not getting good speed there. So, all right, but Shushu at least has gear on him. And then Thrain was another one. I'm guessing his runes are not very. Oh my God. Yes. Okay, we're gonna get rid of all these. What about this? That's speed. Now, Thrain needs accuracy, so we're happy to have anything that has accuracy. Now, Thrain is actually not a good choice for R5. I'm not sure why. Let's see if we can come up with a better. Let's fix Gemini really quick. Gemini needs another Swift rune, ideally with speed on it. Let's see what this does. 16 speed. That's doable. Yeah, let's just put that on him for now. He has pretty good accuracy, actually. So yeah, that's way better than. Okay, so Gemini is actually not an ideal monster for R5 either. But let's see what else we have. Ooh, okay. Definitely want Dusky. So Dusky's going to replace. Let's get Dusky built up a little bit. Dusky is going to replace Thrain. Thrain is like the boss is immune to dots, so there's really no point in Thrain being there because he's not going to do damage otherwise. So we're just gonna get Dusky up to 6-star. There we go. And then we can throw. Let's throw like 10 of these in. Yeah, he's level 32, 33. There we go. Level 34 is good enough. So Dusky is level 6 now. Do we have any skill ups for him? Do we have any pumpkins? There's one pumpkin. Okay, we have one skill up. Okay. Um, and actually, well, we'll do summons and see if we get any more skill ups for him. Otherwise, we can use skill ups from that event. Okay, so this guy needs to go. So he only needs 70% crit rate because he does a crit rate buff for everybody. Uh, so we want him to be super fast, which means we're not going to be able to. Not with the Swift runes we have. Um, let's see if we have any will runes that are decent. Oh boy. All this time farming will runes, I did not get very much, obviously. We got here 8 speed, 5 speed. And we're looking for crit rate and crit damage. And we definitely did not get that there. Okay, there's some nice accuracy. Yeah, that's 3 speed. That's 7 now. Ugh. And this is gonna need to be triple speed or it's not worth it. No. And we're definitely not keeping this one. There's no need for 2-star gear anymore. Defense, defense. Let's see. So we absolutely do want accuracy on the pumpkin because he does an attack speed slow with a triple hit on A1. So he should be landing that, and that's really important. Let's see what we got. We need speed and accuracy. I think that's going to be the winner there. Yeah, 10 speed, 12 accuracy, 9 speed, 13. We'll see if we could potentially change that to a will rune if we need it. I don't have anything with speed and crit rate, do we? Whoa, hello. 21 crit rate? Okay. That's definitely going in. And then, uh, so you don't really want attack percent on your pumpkin until you get better runes. Um, crit rate, crit damage, it's more accuracy. We do really need accuracy, so we might have to go with that. It's ideally you want to put um, HP or accuracy in slot 6 for him early on, but we just don't have it. Uh, Gosh, really thin on runes. We get more speed or accuracy on this? Okay, more speed, and we got crit rate. Okay, so that's probably our other will rune. God, it's horrible. Okay, let's see what we got for speed. We have almost nothing. That's actually a pretty good will rune. So we're going to put that on, and then we're going to find out which one. That's got 21 crit rate. Do we have any crit rate runes? Not anything that's worthwhile. So we do need to switch. God, that's horrible crit rate. Um, we may even want to put blade on him. Give up the will in favor of more crit rate. Yeah, that's just better. And we need to do speed, attack, crit damage. It's still not very good crit rate. What do we have for slot 6? Can't pass that up, I don't think. Let's sell those. Do not need that gear. Okay, so now if we want to use this one, which is a pretty nice piece of gear, high crit rate, it's got HP, we can change the resistance into something. We can change that later. That means we need to go back to speed swift. And we have almost nothing. We're very low on accuracy, although you don't need a ton of accuracy for that, might actually be enough. I think the R5 number, I'll look it up here in a second, rather than say something wrong. Okay, we're at least up to 66% crit rate now. Uh, Previously, it was just too low. Can't justify. So I'm kind of curious now. Do we have any crit rate? 2 star. Okay, definitely not using that. That needs to get sold. Okay, Dusky's in, and he also gets artifacts. In fact, we should stop our scout battle so we get the flood of all the. There we go. Now we've got much better options. We're gonna, yeah, we even have a few. It's mostly light though. There's a dark. Let's see what we got. We're in much better shape now. And we can even start that again, honestly. Today was the first day we even ran Steel Fortress farming, and we need a lot of artifacts. Actually, we need a lot of good artifacts. We have a bunch of crappy ones, but just upgrading our skills. We're up to level 15 now in that. Um, I was very happy when Summoners War got rid of the old arena tower system. That was just way too tedious. Of course, they still have that in Raid because, it's Raid. Um, I don't think we're getting anything good from this. We'll take the re-ups, actually. Re-ups are more important to light and dark only accounts than devil mons. Because you don't really have a shortage of devil mons when you're light and dark only. Unless you're just building a ton of 4 stars. But we're not doing that. Okay. So Dusky's got runes now. So let's put him in the team and see who else we need to put in teams. No, not repeat battle. And we can go party list, make a party. It's private. We're going to do some additional placements here. Then we're going to go edit our decks because Thrain should not be in here, honestly. And then we can put Dusky in. So he'll help protect that team. It's a nice speed buff for the team. Good damage. Um, Gemini's a defense break. It's about all he does. He doesn't do any damage. Is there anyone else we would want to put in? Not her. Defense down. Um, um, we're probably actually, now that we've got speed slow on Dusky, actually put her in. She has gear. So now we got two really strong damage dealers. Saren's actually a really strong damage dealer too. Hey, welcome aboard, Sheniki. Appreciate you stopping in. All right, so we've got three damage dealers now. We've got a cleanse, we've got healing, and another cleanse from Shushu. So that's at least a decent start. Let's look at the second team. Got damage. Yeah, Tion needs runes. Lynn needs runes. Actually, I think I put runes on Lynn. Let's get rid of those two. Nope, she doesn't have runes. So we need to get runes on Lynn. Well, that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for, Shen. Friday night is just to chill. The week's over. Um, we're just having fun with Summer's War. We're just theory crafting. Um, we got a bunch of new monsters on here, and we're trying to figure out who we want to use. We're probably still going to use Peon for now, just because we don't have very many options. Oh, we could potentially, let's see where, actually, you know what would be better? We don't have the Vampire Lord anywhere yet. So we're going to add the Vampire Lord in. I believe he already has gear too. And he can stay in the front row. Yeah, he's got almost 1300, over 1300 defense. And uh, he's going to provide attack power buff, the vampire effect so that everybody will heal. So now we've got an attack buff for this team. So it's pretty good. Lucian, Lucian, I want to see if I can get him doing a lot of damage in R5. I just want to find a spot for him other than arena. He'll be good in arena, but okay. So that's a better team now that we have the vampire in. So we've kind of fixed those two teams. And Lauren doesn't really need to be in here, although she's there for the slow, the defense break, attack bar pushback. So she's not a horrible monster to have early on. But let's see what we got here. Yeah, so now she's got, obviously Crow's a good damage dealer. Um, Cameron's a really good damage dealer. I want to build her OP on this account. She's going to be one of my main focus. Like Lucian and Cameron, I just want to make them strong, and so we're going to try that. This team's not ideal because I don't have cleanser. I do have an attack buff. Um, attack bar reduction, defense down, but provides a lot of hit. I mean, she's not an ideal monster. In fact, I might even want to see where is my, you know, uh, Jolten could be really good, but actually, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go back out. We're going to make one more monster. get some gear on him, and I think we're going to be ready to go, at least for R2. Um, I could have sworn I had him out already, but I don't see him out. Have we pulled him yet? Maybe we haven't pulled him yet. Oh no, we got him. We have two copies of him actually. So probably don't want to use both copies. So yeah, Shen, I do actually plan on uh, adding in some nice, relaxing, royalty-free music onto the streams. I just didn't get to it this week. Um, then we can all just sit back, relax, listen to some nice music, and chill out on a Friday night. Can't think of much else better to do. So we're going to fuse up some of these essences. You know, get that up. I was originally going to use Spotify to add music, but every once in a while, Spotify will uh, it'll start suggesting songs to you, and then they're copyrighted. And it's like I'm specifically listening to a royalty-free stream for a reason, and you're not listening to me, Spotify. So that's a problem, and so I don't want to deal with anything getting copyright struck. I don't want to. I just don't have to deal with that headache. And according to my kiddo, which she probably knows way more than I do, uh, if you make your playlist really long in Spotify, then it won't often uh, switch over to suggestions. It'll actually just keep playing your music. So I'm gonna spend next week looking at royalty free stuff and adding a bunch more, and then we'll give that a try next Friday. See if we can't get some tunes playing in the background here. And we do not have any water bearmans. Do we have any fire? Yeah, we got four of them. So let's get those out. Do we have any wind? One really nice thing about the LD only accounts on the Japan server is all of the 3 stars are not fusion fodder. So you don't have to worry about uh, saving 3 stars for fusions because they're not used. It's all 2 stars and 4 stars. Um, so that's really nice. That means it's much easier to use 3 stars as fodder. Okay, so Haken, not sure how to pronounce him. Um, he's now 4 star, and we're going to build up some skill ups for him. So we can get him up to 5 star, and that should be enough for. Um, I would guess we might even be able to do R4. We're not going to be able to do R5 with our current teams. Um, and we'll kind of evaluate it at the end. Like, what are we missing? And we're missing quite a bit. But building Hawken here will get us at least a 2 item cleanse, which will really help this team. He's like, there's not many uses for the Dark Bear Man in an LD only team. Uh, but this is where he shines. So I'm excited to get him built up. This is like the one use for him until you get something better. But he's useful for a while until you can get another cleanse. So let's get some gear on him. I think his damage is based off of uh, this damage will deal more damage according to your max HP. So yeah, we want to get him into. It wouldn't hurt for him to violent, but do we even have violent runes? Um, we have a speed, and we got HP. It doesn't hurt for him to have defense. Speed, HP. There's some resistance. All right, we'll take that. Um, what are we going to pair him with? Probably will. No, actually, maybe a shield set. Nope, not shield. Will. Oh God, that's awful. Oh yeah, two rolls into flat defense. That's really useful. Wow, these runes are garbage. Um, I'm pretty sure he doesn't place any debuffs. I mean, he has the provoke, but that doesn't matter here. Um, so let's see what we've got in terms of. Ooh, that's a nice rune for him, actually. I mean, he's slow, but uh, okay, we can handle that. Uh, now, if this were to like triple roll into HP percent, then maybe we use that double, but we don't need accuracy, so I don't know. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we're almost certainly using this. Speed, HP, defense. Yeah, and it rolled more into HP, so that's a good one. That means now we just need one more violent rune. Speed 20? We're not going to put him on him because he shouldn't need that much speed. How's our resistance? Okay, we can change out that crit rate later. Okay, a little more HP here. And then we can go into, well, he's only 5-star. So let's apply this. He's got some good resistance, 71%. He's not 6-starred yet, so we can't do anything with artifacts, but we can level him up a little bit. So let's add maybe, let's do 6 of those, and we can do a little bit of these. Because we don't need regular angel months. Like, let's just use these until we get, there we go. Now we're maxed. How are we doing on, we only have 4 5-stars. We'll just leave him at 5-star. He's probably decent now. Yeah, he's almost 30k HP. Obviously, we'll want to get him stronger later, but that's a decent start. We've been hanging out, not doing R5 yet, not even R2. So let's get this go. Let's get this party going. Uh, okay, so we're gonna do additional placements because again, we want to figure out how we can do this ourselves with no help from anybody else. We don't need any crutches. Okay, and now we're going to remove the light cannon girl because she's not an ideal uh, R5 monster. She just brings the defense break and some attack bar reduction, but it's not really super needed. Oh, we'll need to skill up the bear man here later. He needs more defense if he's going to be in the front row long term. But so actually, we do not have an attack buff on team one. So what we're going to do is we're going to edit this deck, and Shushu's the only healing. we're gonna take her out. We're gonna add in Haken so that we can get an attack buff for our two damage dealers here now. I think that's a better. And now we could probably look at maybe moving Shushu over. Yeah, I think we move Shushu over, and then we can actually go back. Yeah, let's do that. Shushu's going to go be a cleanser for the other team, which means we can put Isabel back in here. So now we still have three damage dealers again. We're just really low on healing. Only one providing healing is Vero. So I'm not sure if I want to do that. We're not using Bella anywhere. I think it's better to have healing and an attack bar boost. And I think, yeah, Bella can definitely go front row as well. So I think that's what we're going to do there. Now we got an attack buff, partial cleanser, attack bar boost, heal, speed buff, shield. Yeah, team one's actually pretty good. Team two, we're not going to touch right now. And we're going to come over here, going to manage this team. And we want to get Shushu in. Now, Shushu probably does not have the stats. Yeah, almost. Yeah, almost 1,000 defense. So once Shushu's, yeah, we'll leave him in. Why not? And he doesn't need 100% resistance because um, Gene provides 41% resistance to everybody. So we could definitely drop his resistance. Is that because, yeah, I did a resistance slot 6 because I didn't have a good HP. But that should help that team. Now we got a cleanser. Okay, so most of the teams at least have most of what we want them to have on them to take out the boss. So we're gonna R2 should be no problem. In fact, this should be pretty quick. We have enough damage. Oh, we never put gear on. Um, I don't think we put gear on Lynn, which that's a problem. We'll check that after this run. Here comes the jump. Hopefully, we still have some shields. Yeah, we got shields on two teams. Really not that bad. Every team is still pretty healthy. Okay, R2 done. Let's check on Lynn's runes. Is there anything? Yeah, she doesn't have gear on. Lucian's got gear. Is there anyone else that needs gear? Does she have gear? Yeah, she has gear. Everybody else should have gear. So let's go get Lynn some gear. Then we'll be ready to make another run at R3. So Lynn is an excellent damage dealer for R5 until you get better. Oh, that's weird. Oh, okay. So when you have a monster that is in a team in R5 and you put runes on them in just regular combat, other places other than R5, you have to add them to the team again in order for those runes to be picked up. So now we need to go in here. We got to edit the deck. We got to come here, manage. We're going to take Lynn out. Where'd she go? Why does she not have gear? They changed something about R5. And I don't think. Okay, so what we're going to have to do, I think, is we're going to remove this team. And we're going to go back in with Shaman, Darian, Vampire Lord, Amon. Yeah, now Lynn's here. So now she has her runes. And who is the sixth member? Who are we missing? I did not pay attention to who the sixth member was. So we have to figure that out. Oh, it's Lucian. Okay, let's add him back in. Or Lucian. I'm not quite sure how that's appropriately pronounced. Um, okay, so everybody there has gear. Everybody here has gear. Okay, so now we can go here. That's the first one. Here's the second one. And we actually want to change the leader skill. We need to change that in the deck settings before I forget. Let's see. Okay, last team is here. Oh, hold on. HP defense resistance. It's pretty good. We could eventually do attack as well if we wanted to. In fact, I mean, we got three really nice light damage dealers there. Um, we'll try with the defense first. We don't want level 2. We want to do level 3 private. Level 3 should be easy. So Shen, if you're still around, what games do you play? You play Summoner's War or you others? Right now we're looking at pretty decent damage. I mean, oh, 2017. Holy cow. That's well, I wonder when I started. I've been yeah, I was like probably 2019, 2020. Uh yeah, I think it was probably 2020 when I started. So you're 3 years ahead of me. You global, what server are you on? Okay, so we need a cleanse badly on the middle team. Oh, that's horrible. Middle team's gonna die. We lost Lucian. Europe, very cool. I have a light dark only account on Europe too. It's also a fairly new account. Okay, so we survived, but we lost some of the middle team. Um, We do not have a cleanse in the middle team. I don't think we have one available to put in there. I do not see anybody. Wait, does she do cleanse? I think she does. Oh, she does not. Okay. So she's not helpful. Okay, before we try one more run, uh, we need to look at. So this is the one, immunity and cleanse are what light and dark struggle with. So remove harmful effects. You can see, oh, Dona. Yeah, we're gonna build Dona. Um, we don't have anybody else. Dona's the only one. Dona's actually pretty good for R5. Let's pull him out of storage. So Shen, do you have a okay, so since you've been playing since 2017, please tell me you have at least one LD5. That would be sad if you do not have at least one. And then you could also say how many total you have, like 20, 25, that long? Okay, Dona removes all harmful effects on all allies and increases their attack gauge. And if you remove a lot of harmful effects, you get more attack gauge. So Dona is going to need to be on Swift Will or Swift Energy, Swift Shield. You can put fight runes on them. Do we have any speed left? Speed, HP defense. There's some resistance. There we go. And I'm not. His skill 2 is actually pretty good. Um, but let's see if we have any accuracy. We do. We'll use that. Oh, this has HP. It's all resistance, which isn't necessarily horrible. Yeah, because he's not doing any damage. Let's get some resistance on there. Okay, now we need HP percent. 17 speed, accuracy, resistance. We'll take that. So it looks like we're doing Swift Energy. Uh, we only have like one intangible rune on this account, and it's already in use. So we're going to see who's got speed. 5 speed, got some accuracy. We definitely do not need this much accuracy. That's overkill. What we're looking for is speed now. And let's do that. Which means we need to get rid of this one and put a Swifter in there. Speed, HP, defense, defense, HP. Okay. And then we need speed. And we're basically out of Swift runes now. And this is not fast, but let's get him built up a little bit. So we need to evolve him. I'm looking for, there we go. Got some skill ups. We're going to work on getting some more skill ups for him. Where's that? There's one more here, and we need three more. Yeah, we're just going to make him 5-star for now. Because we may not use him long term. Okay, so now we evolve him to 5-star. We really would like, yeah, okay, so his skills 2 and 3 are now both maxed. So it's not really that critical to max his first skill. It's just a provoke, I believe. Might be a stun. It's been a while since I used him. Okay, so Dona's basically garbage build now, but he's at least built. So now we can go back into R4. I believe we're ready for R4. We are. We're going to party list. Go private. And now we got to change up our teams again. So I did say that I am committed to having Lucian trying to do stuff. So I think for now, we're going to just sit Shaman. Shaman's going to take a seat. Jonah's going to come in. Jonah does not have enough defense to be in the front row at all. So he'll stay in the back. And that should help that team survive better. Okay. So there we go. We're going to go team 1, team 2, team 3. Let's see if we do R4. We're basically, because we skipped 2 weeks for Godforge beta, we're at basically day 8 of rune quality on this account. I think we did a couple of days of scout battles, but really we did not do much. Middle team's looking great. Middle team's still good right now. We're almost to the jump. This is where the difference happens. After the jump, you take a bunch of damage. Middle team's still in good shape. Right team is in bad shape. Left team's, yeah. We took a lot of stuns on that middle team. That's not good. Right team is looking pretty toast. We need to kill this guy off soon. Left team is about to lose Haken. We are so close to losing people on the right side. And we do not have a heal block on the boss. Oh, now we do. Okay. We can just get a couple more hits in. There we go. Okay. R4 beaten. R4 beaten. And I guarantee we're not even close. We're not even going to attempt R5. But I think we just need to. Uh, we need to strengthen up the third team. Actually, so what we're going to do, we're going to leave the party. Come here. So now we should be able to do repeat battle, rift raid, R4. And we're going to do team one, team two, team three. And we're just going to do a 10 run and we're going to see, can we even do a 10 run? But we've got, let's see, rift raid. Oh, get support and clear level two. We'll do these later. It'll get us a few grinds. Yeah, Lex, you're more than welcome to add me. That'd be great. Uh, sorry, Lex, I was just kind of focused on the team. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate it. Um, Lex, are you on Japan server? Or are you on Europe? Although well, actually, my name is different on the Japan server. Um, okay, so Lex, I do have an account on Global. It's actually my main account. It's a LD only account, but it's my main one. That's the account that's closing in on 4 years old. It can do R5 in about 45 seconds. So it's a nice account. Um, and uh, my account name on Global is Tim Plays LD only. So very happy to have you add me as a friend. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I really like my Global account. In fact, I haven't made a video for it for a while, but uh, let's see, where is this guy? Let me show you guys something. So let's go into normal. No, that's not. It's under exchange. Ancient coins. I only have 725. So when you're doing LD only, um, oh, okay. Tell you what, Lex, we're basically done with R4 now here tonight. Um, we're gonna do some summons and then uh, yeah, this guy is the Wind Black Tortoise champion. He's oh, okay, yeah. So he's the Comtuous version of the Demon Slayer collab monster, um, who is pretty cool. Like he has good skill sets, but he's wind, so I can't use him. But uh, you know, with coins, obviously you want the Dark Vampire Lord first. He's the best coins monster for LD only. And then the next one you probably want is El Sharion because El Sharion does really good damage. Uh, that's probably actually the next one I'm going to buy. Uh, and then probably actually Cassie. Cassie's really good. She does good damage. Um, but I was talking with some buddies of mine on one of the LD only Discord servers. Um, let's see if we can see her skills here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So she has attack power lead, which can be helpful for an LD only account. Um, so she gets an additional 50% crit damage on her skill 3. And as long as she lands a critical hit, but you just build her with crit rate. And then it ignores shields and it ignores any damage reduction effects. So that is actually a very useful skill for LD only accounts because you have very few options with that. And then her skill 2 is a double hitter. And unfortunately, it's only a 50% chance to strip, but she does hit like a truck. So so one of the things I'm going to try to do with this Japan server account is I'm going to try to build monsters that aren't necessarily what everybody's using, even for LD only. Like I do have Crow built, and I'm using him as a crutch right now. But we're going to see how much damage we can get Cassie to do. And then she has a triple hitter on skill 1, and that can do an attack speed slow. So Cassie is a hidden gem for light and dark only accounts. But what I was coming in here to show you guys is that, well, so there's also Fami, who can do decent damage. I'm not as excited about her as Cassie, but she's the only monster in Summoner's War with. Um, Fami does have a 25% crit damage lead, so using her, you can really hit like a truck. Um, she won't hit like a truck, but she can make other people hit like a truck. Um, so one of the things I'm going to do on my global account, it's actually my next project, is to get all of the monsters that you buy with ancient coins, and I'm going to try to make them all hit like trucks. That's going to be really hard with the light dual blade, but we're going to see what we can do. So light dual blade, and then the other one we were talking about was this guy right here, Hayato. Uh, we have there's a friend of mine that does light and dark only, and he runs a Discord server, and he is making him hit for about 50 to 60K on R5. So he could do really good damage, and I thought he was worthless. So I want to build him on global, see what I can do with him. So anyway, slight detour there, but I thought you guys might appreciate that. So Lex, what we'll do is we're going to do summons now, and then after that, I'll switch over to my global. I'll clear out my friends list, and then you can add me. So, so I always have room in my friends list. Um, well, we're going to keep the scout battle going. All right, so let's see what we got for summons. We need a lot of things on this account. Um, we've got, so if we look here, we are still missing a ton of even LD3s. We need a shear really badly. A shear is a great unit. We need walkers here. He's a great unit. Light Mystic Witch. We need to get Prom because he's the best 3-star LD only farmer. He's better than Gorgo. Well, so Lex, are you LD only, or are you just a standard regular player? That makes a difference in my advice. And then we're missing a ton of the dark 3 stars as well. So as long as we don't get dupes, we're gonna have new things to build. Okay, so standard. Um, that's a good question. So I do, although I haven't logged on to it in like a year. I do have my oldest account that has the most number of days on it is actually a standard account. I just didn't find it challenging to do that account. Um, so if we're looking at ancient coins for a standard account, I still don't, well, because you get Fran, just the game gives her to you. Um, I still think the Dark Vampire Lord is the best bet. He's amazing for Steel Fortress. He's amazing for R5, and he can be used in a lot of the Rift beasts as well. So, I mean, to me, it's not even close. You want the Dark Vampire Lord. Anyone else here is not going to help you very much. I mean, in the short term, at the beginning of the game. And Dark Vampire Lord can be used for a long time. He's still in my R5 on both of my global accounts, my standard and my LD only. Next up would be El Sharion, I believe, for a standard account because he just does a ton of damage. Um, and then it depends on what else you want to do after that because that's where the advice gets more difficult. Tell you what, build your account for a month, maybe 2 months. And once you're running R5, you can ask me, hey, who do I buy next from Ancient Coins? And then we'll see what your account looks like. Okay, here we go. Let's get some summons in. We have a decent amount of room. All right, so we managed to collect 25 12-year special scrolls, a transcendent scroll, 3 legendaries. We've got 5 light darks, 27 mystics. I don't think we're going for the engraved unless we pull a nat 5 that's in the list. So when you're an LD only account, you don't want to pull your engraves unless you've got 1 or 2 or 3 monsters that could be dupes. So we're just saving those. We're going to do the Transcendence first and see who we get. Oh, wow. Oh, he's a really good monster to get for a normal account. I waited for my global account does have him now, but I waited like 4 years for him. It took forever to get more. He's a good unit. He's not as broken as he used to be, but he's still really good. Do we have any other scrolls? We do not. Okay, fine. Um, I want to check shop guild. We don't. Oh, we have a decent number of guild points, so we're going to get 3 of these just so that we can don't have to worry about summoning individuals. Yeah. Okay. So R4 is not stable yet. That's fine. We'll deal with that later. Um, all right, let's see. We got 30 mysticals first, and we're just looking for skill ups or a new nat 5 that could then be a dupe at some point. Hey, we just got 2 pumpkin skill ups. That's awesome. So that's why we didn't want to use the skill ups from that event right away. we wanted to see if we can get any skill ups from summons, and we got two. So that saves us. That was pretty bad mystical scroll summons. Very typical. All right, so we got five LDs. So we're gonna do legendaries because those are not really exciting for Nine-Tailed Fox. Hey, we got uh, another skill up for the Dark Pumpkin. So that's awesome. Cool. All right. So we're going to go for the 12-year special scrolls. And we're just praying for some LD3s. Or, maybe we'll get one LD lightning out of 25. That would be so cool. Oops, I just did a 10 pull. Okay. Um, Dark Harpoo. Ooh, we got the light pumpkin. Awesome. He's a pretty good unit for LD only accounts. Um, he can do some good damage, and he's really fast. Oh, you got two LD lightnings. Who'd you get though? That makes a big difference. Like Bearman. Okay, we get one more LD3. Yeah, we're not getting a lightning. Dark Charger Shark is new. Okay, Dark Charger Shark is actually um geez, Dark Monkey. Dark Monkey's amazing. Uh Congratulations on that. Light Magic Archer is pretty good too. I mean, she's not an LD5, but congrats on getting an LD5. It's hard to do. Ooh, excuse me. All right. Um, we got five light darks. Can we? I believe this is the account. I'm going to have to look at my. I have a little notebook about this account. It's not in front of me right now. Um, I don't think I've gotten LD Lightning out of regular LD scrolls yet. Dark High Elemental is new. She does pretty good damage. Dark Lizard Man, I hate that dude. Probably means he's gonna light Imp Champ. I think we're I think we're shut out again. Ooh, awesome. Jamie is amazing. He's a really good unit. And he's new. So that's a really good get. Okay. No, still no lightning from Light Dark Scrolls. And I think she's not a Hall of Heroes. She's a secret dungeon. Uh, wow, Shen, that's amazing. That's a really nice LD5 list. Woo, jealous. Okay, so not the best summons, as typical for an LD only account. But we did get a light pumpkin, so we're not going to complain too much. So we got some skill ups for the dark pumpkin. We have the light pumpkin now. And then we've got Dark Charger Shark, Jamie. So we got three more units we want to build. So we got four total. That's not bad. Okay, so that's a reasonable set of summons. I didn't get a good farmer, but that's okay. Gorgo is a decent farmer, and so he'll just hold down the fort until we get prom. So let me switch over to global. Okay, let's take a look at the friends list. I'm sure I've got some inactives on it. Let's see who we got here. So I don't know who Mum Mum is, so Mum Mum is out the door. Skyscorm is out the door. So I am Speed YouTube is my actual main account that I've not logged into for 2 months. uh, there we go. We've got, let's see, 3 weeks ago. Actually, no, Black White Oni. I don't know. Let's get rid of that one. Okay, Lex, you can send me a friend request. There we go. Boom. Welcome to the friend list. Appreciate you guys both stopping by my stream. It's nice to have people to chat with. I have not been doing a standard uh, stream schedule for very long. So, just so both of you know, every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, I try to get on and do at least a 1 or 2 hour stream just of whatever I'm working on. Last 2 weeks were Godforge, which was so much fun. Um, but this week was Summoner's War. It's my oldest game. I still enjoy it. So, oh yeah, let's do here. So we're gonna go Rift Raid level 5, and we're gonna do that for 8 hours. I'll show you guys. I think both of you, I think both of you were not here yet when I was working on my global account. So I'm gonna show you guys. So this is my R5 account on global, and you can see uh, I've got the twins, I've got Ran. There's the Dark Vampire Lord. He's still there. He's awesome. Jolton is really good. In fact, uh, Lex, when you even with a regular account, Jolton is amazing in R5. I know you're a couple months away from that, or maybe a month away, but Jolton does 12% of his max HP reflects back to the attacker if he gets hit by a critical hit. So he can smack you. So you see this is mine here. So we're at 44, 45k HP, 1200, almost 1300 defense. So he doesn't take a lot of hit. Um, and actually, he doesn't even have an artifact yet. Let's see, where is it? We power this up at all? Yeah, we got a little bit of power ups left. So let's see if we can get this up to 6 star. We can. Let's see if we can get it up a little higher. Can we get this up to 9? If we get up to 9, power up failed. Power up failed. I think we're out. Yeah, we're done. Okay, we can't power up anymore. Um, but so we missed it. Now he needs to have 200 speed, but I think he might. Or I could get him to 200 speed. So that artifact, if if I can get him to 200 speed, he gets an additional 2% HP. So he's a little bit short. We're not going to build him now. I'll try to remember later to do that. But 35, 46, almost 47k HP now. So getting there. But I'll just show you guys I'll just let this run like once or twice. This is how a nice LD only R5 team works when you've got over 3 years worth of runes. So there's Jamie right there just removed all those debuffs. Jamie is great for R5. And here comes the jump. We still have two teams that have shields. Do I have the dark pumpkin anywhere in here? I probably don't. Oh no, there he is. He's in the middle. That's why we had shields. So you can see we did the jump. The right team just got stunned, but everyone else is still pretty healthy. Oh, the middle team's a little bit down, but so we don't need to see it. So anyway, 57 seconds. I think my average is right around 45 or 50. That's not a good grind. So yeah, let's see the number of days here. So here's my little display. We've got Ian here, who's my favorite LD5 I've got. He's awesome. Mook Wall is pretty good, uh, just not amazing. And then Trinity is meh. So those are my three LD5s, but can't complain about that. There are plenty of people that have played longer than me, and they don't have any LD5s, so I don't want to complain too much. So let's see where we're at now. It's been a while since I've done this. All right, we're just short of 3.5 years on this account. So started in 22, December of 22. So fun account, pretty decent runes. Let's see what is my Kabia out. I don't think she is. You can see I've built a lot of dupes. That's what you do with an LD only account. Yeah, here we go. So this, I don't know if this is my fastest Swift set. I might have one that's a couple speed higher, but you can see we're at 336 speed with Kabia, which is pretty nice. It's not quite fast enough to get you into G1 in RTA, but you can certainly get into P1, P2, P3 with the way they changed up RTA now. I probably will start pushing RTA again once I get the Japan and Europe server accounts a bit better, uh, because changing up this account is going to be a lot of work. um, so anyway, that's this account. And Lex, I'm happy to add you as a friend. So good luck with your beginning account, and feel free to hit me up either in Discord or uh, or in game. Um, Although I don't log on to my global account very much. So if you look at my YouTube channel, there should be a link in pretty much any video I do. There will be a link to my Discord server. In fact, I might even be able to, let's see if we can do that. Uh, I should know server settings. Why is that? That's weird. So I'm not a huge fan of Discord. It's uh where is that? Invites. Here we go. That's what I was trying to do. That's my Discord invite code. So I wonder, I don't think I have it set up. No, I don't. I need to set that up in Twitch. I've not done that yet. I need to start setting up some of those shortcuts. But that's my Discord code there. That one should be working. But if it's not, you're welcome to go to my YouTube channel and look at basically any video, and there should be a link. And I have a section for both global and uh, Europe LD only accounts. But it doesn't matter that you're not LD only. You can just talk to me in the global chat. So, but that's all I have time for tonight. This is it's been really nice to have both of you to hang out with. That's really cool. Uh, I have a small audience now, but we're trying to grow. Tell your friends. But I appreciate both of you being here. And um, we will be back next Friday. And uh, we probably won't stream before then. We'll be back next Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, and we'll see what we do that night. I'll come up with something. So you guys have a good night, and we'll catch you next time. That's it for the stream. So we'll see you guys.